Welcome back to the Source Garage. This is part 4 of the rubber and tire cleaner experiments, and if you haven't seen part 1, I definitely recommend you go back and at least watch the beginning of that, where I go through all these products that I have here and what the purpose of the experiment is, how I'm going to be doing the experiment. I give a demonstration of some of the different sprayer heads here so you can see how they'll actually work, although you also get to see that in the video with each of the products. And I go over some of the chemicals that I think are in here that are the active ingredients that are going to be working to actually clean the tire. But anyway, this is part 4. I've done all of these cleaners already. What we have last here is the big name brand, so Mothers, Turtle Wax, Meguiar's, and Armor All. So this is the Mothers Foaming Wheel and Tire Cleaner, Turtle Wax Wheel and Tire Cleaner, Meguiar's Hot Rims Wheel and Tire Cleaner, and the Armor All Wheel and Tire Cleaner. So these are all claiming they clean wheels and tires, but I wanted to give a demonstration of what they do specifically just on the tire. If you're not going to go back and watch part 1, real quick what the experiment is so I've taken a section of my truck tire, so I split my truck tire into 4 different sections, going to be pressure washing it off, spraying these each onto a different section, a quarter of the tire, scrubbing it with this brush evenly twice around between each section. I will rinse, brush off in the water bucket here to avoid cross-contaminating the different chemicals together on the different sections, pressure wash it off evenly, then apply a dressing, and then wait no more than a week and see how they actually all come out and what they look like, if there's a discernible difference between the dressing and how it adheres to these. So we'll get to see the tire before, after it's scrubbed with all of these different products, and me actually working all the products in and rinsing them off, so you can see what they look like after the tire's been washed with all of these. Get to see the dressing put on, and then the conclusion of the experiment when we look at how the dressing has actually adhered to all these different sections. So let's get into part 4, the last section. All right, so as always, here's the before shot. Just to show, as usual, the tires are sufficiently dirty. Right, so if you made it this far, you probably know the drill by now. So we're going to start by pressure washing the entire wheel off nice and good, and then we're going to spray the products on each of the different sections here and scrub them in, following their instructions. So real quick, I'm going to show you the products and read the instructions. So we got Armor All Extreme Wheel and Tire Cleaner here, which says allow to set for 30 seconds after spraying. We got Mothers Wheel and Tire Cleaner, or Foaming Wheel and Tire Cleaner, again, allow to sit for 30 seconds. Turtle Wax Wheel and Tire Cleaner. Let's see what this, again, soaking for 30 seconds. And then lastly, Meguiar's Hot Rim Wheel and Tire Cleaner. If you guys want to read the instructions there. Again, 30 seconds. So all these pretty even. So I'm going to wash the wheel, let it sit for a second, prime the sprayers, spray them all on here, and then just go around with my brush, scrubbing everything and rinsing it off in between sections again to avoid cross-contamination. And I'm going to grab some gloves real quick this time, so don't forget. All right, so to start with, I got some gloves so I can pressure wash the wheel off thoroughly to begin. All right, we'll let it drain just a second here to avoid diluting the product any more than necessary. And then I'm going to prime my sprayers here in my little side bucket to avoid spraying any kind of big clumps that are going to run down and contaminate the areas, hopefully. All right, so I'm going to do Armor All on the top section. We're going to do Turtle Wax on the right side here. Going to do Meguiar's Hot Rim Wheel and Tire on the bottom, and Mothers Wheel and Tire on the left side. These do not spread very well in any mist-like way. They're thick and foamy. And I'm just going to get to scrubbing right away because these are all going to be on here for more than 30 seconds. And rinse off the brush. Next section. And around one more time. All right, so 3 out of the 4 seem to foam pretty well. The one exception being the turtle wax seems to be a lot more flat black over there. The other 3 definitely foamed pretty much of the whole place, and it definitely was when I was scrubbing it more so. But anyway, just some observations while working. So now I'm going to pressure wash the whole wheel off thoroughly. And I will knock my cleaners over, of course. All right, so let that drain just a second. I'm gonna grab the blower. All right, so just initial observations here. See if I see anything out of the ordinary. Anyway, so now I'm going to bring you guys in for a close-up of everything. So on top here we had the Armor All. On the right side we had the Turtle Wax. On the bottom was the Meguiar's Hot Wheels. And on the left side was the Mother's Foaming Wheel and Tire Cleaner. So they all look pretty good as of right now, aside from the inside edge, which I think is just on me for missing. So as I talked about before, we'll come back with the dressing here, and then we'll have some long-term testing on how well the dressing stuck to everything. All right, now I'm going to apply some T1 tire and trim with Gtechniq evenly around the whole wheel, just like all the other wheels. All right, that looks pretty even around the wheel. So time will tell how the cleaners will perform.